The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Then they came to Capernaum, and on the Sabbath, Jesus entered the synagogue and taught. The people were astonished at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. In their synagogue was a man with an unclean spirit. He cried out, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus rebuked him and said, "Quiet, come out of him." The unclean spirit convulsed him, and with a loud cry came out of him. All were amazed and asked one another, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." His fame spread everywhere throughout the whole region of Galilee. The Gospel of the Lord. So, dear friends, today the focus is the Word of God. The example of Jesus as a supreme teacher whose words are unlike anyone else. People recognize that he taught with authority. There was something different had to be in the way how he communicated, because the people acknowledged themselves. It's just something different of what he and the way he teaches and talks, unlike the scribes do. There was this authentic source of the power and presence of God that was able to communicate the Word of God through him to touch people's hearts, to help them to be transformed, to grow, to be renewed, and perhaps in many ways to be even recreated. The power of Word, the teaching of Jesus, the whole idea and concept of whom Jesus is for us. It is a beautiful way for the church in the United States to celebrate Catholic Schools Week. When this week in particular, we focus on education, on the power of the Word of God. And that Word is very much centered at the education and every step of every process, of every subject of the gift of Catholic schools. I would like to invite a parent to come and to share a message with us about the gift of Catholic education.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lori Warren, and with my husband Glenn and our daughter Emma, we are members of the Annunciation Catholic School community. We would like to share with you some of the core values and beliefs that we have come to know about Annunciation and the gift of a Catholic school education. Catholic schools provide a superior education that offer a healthy balance between academics and deep spiritual immersion. This approach nurtures the entire person, the mind, body, and spirit. We believe this is necessary for a happy, healthy, and balanced life. This is done in the daily collaboration between teachers serving as role models, parents, students, and the entire parish community. Working together, we build a community based on relationships imbued with the high expectations, emphasizing personal responsibility and the dignity of each person, with Christ as the model, rooted in the message of the gospel. In this way, Annunciation instills students with morals, virtues, self-discipline, and the knowledge, preparing them to succeed in further education, to seek holiness, and to lead meaningful lives. In addition, students at Annunciation develop their potential spiritually, intellectually, socially, emotionally, and physically. Students learn to take ownership of their actions. Students are preparing for future educational endeavors through a challenging, supportive, and healthy learning environment. Students are preparing to meet personal and social responsibilities in our ever-changing world to support the health of the church and our democracy. In fact, the many benefits of Catholic education mentioned above are really just the tip of the iceberg. For our own family, we know that a Catholic school education is right for us because, like you, we're raising a child in this very challenging time with ever-changing social norms, the redefinition of our secular culture. We look at the added spiritual enrichment that Emma receives as part of her daily curriculum, and then we ask ourselves, how could we afford not to send her to Annunciation Catholic School? Additionally, we find that this not only benefits Emma, but what she brings home from school every day actually enriches us. And as a family, we have become better Catholics through her education as well. We would love for every family to be part of the Annunciation Catholic School. In an effort to do so, we offer many different scholarships, beginning with VPK to our private faith-based school education to make this affordable for your family. If you think you can't afford private education, think again, and please contact the school. We are very grateful to enjoy the support and involvement of our pastors and priests from all three parishes, St. Catherine's of Siena, St. Luke, and Sacred Heart. Especially, we'd like to thank Father Puga, Father Andy, Father Mike. After Mass, please pick up a flyer in the back of the church and visit us at our virtual open house on the website. Now, please enjoy this parent testimonial video. Thank you for your attention.
There's so many things that I love about this school. You know, there's so many stakeholders. You have the kids, you have the parents, you have the teachers. I love all three of those stakeholders, I really do. And I can't emphasize enough that Annunciation is it really is like a family.
Once you're part of the ACS family, it doesn't go away once you graduate 8th grade. I have a senior who just graduated Bishop John Snyder High School, and he still has those same friendships and relationships with those students from pre-K.
So our first choice was with our oldest daughter. We had several family members, nieces, nephews that have come through Annunciation, and we just really like how they turned out. They seem to be that step above.
I love how once a week the kids go to the church and they have Mass once a week. The parents are also allowed to attend, which I think is nice because then I can also have that family time. I am completely amazed at the transition that my kids have adapted to being here with having the religious background and the academics. I mean, I'm not sure what more you could ask for as a parent. And to me, I feel like my life is complete now that my kids are here.
One of the things I really like about how the teachers, as the kids progress in the grades, is the habits that they teach them about how to study, how to take notes, how to prepare for a test. I mean, I never had that growing up, and so it was a struggle for me coming through middle school into high school. But here, the teachers really did a good job of teaching the kids those life skills that they needed. It allowed them to be more independent in terms of with quizzing themselves, how to study without having someone having to be there beside them doing it. And I have not had to do anything like that with my daughter since she got in junior high.
My youngest son actually has been diagnosed with dyslexia. And so what I love about the school, particularly with him, is that I've had the benefit of having a student support plan and just sitting down and working with these teachers and hammering out every single detail. And we're always on the same side of just giving my son the best education. And so what I loved about the school is that my other two kids, they nurtured them. I have a daughter, I'm proud to say, that's actually going into an Ivy League this fall.
They have many different sports. My kids want to do all of it. I have lots of kids, so we have to schedule it accordingly, but they just love the options that they have. People think that they can't afford it, and there's so much opportunities there to help. And the Step Up Scholarship, which is what I'm on with my children, it gives us the option to have a better education for our kids, have a better foundation. It's definitely something you want to look into because it's worth it.
As we know today, it is so important that we're not just raising smart kids, that we're raising kids with morals, that know what it means to be kind and to be civil. And that's exactly what Annunciation teaches the kids. And I see that in my kids, I really do.
I think if you want to bring not only your children closer to God while getting a stellar education, but also bringing your family into that entire environment, because we all know that our lives evolve around our children, this is the best way to do it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Annunciation Catholic School. And again, if you consider education for your child and maybe your grandchildren, certainly think of this great opportunity that we have on our campus. It is not to say that Catholic education is better, but the Catholic education is unique because it focuses on the entire person. Doesn't so much teach us as much as educate in the areas of mind, body, and soul. That is a transforming reality of every human person. And this is the gift and uniqueness that the Catholic education offers to our society over the years. So we are grateful for that gift. Again, thank you for leadership of Annunciation Catholic School, to our principal, Mr. Eisbert, and the entire staff of teachers and supportive staff. We are grateful to parents for their sacrificial support, students who are working hard to step up and to deliver what is expected of them, as well as our child care center with the director, Amy Roberts, who helps to develop and care with that loving, a compassionate passion of those children that come our way, to let them be educated and to sense the true love of Christ every moment, from the 6 weeks all the way through VPK, and then we move them on to Annunciation, so that education and the gift of Catholic schools can be their experience, and they can grow into a best men and women that the society can wish and pray for. So now, please